Everybody.
Hello.
Hi. Summer, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We're in a beautiful space for a special edition of our music show.
What a gorgeous
today.
room.
I know.
This is really cool. Breaker 17.
Mm-hmm.
We are down in, I'm never sure. Is this Fort Oglethorpe or Rossville?
Fort Oglethorpe.
Mm-hmm.
I lived down here for a while and I'm never sure. The line is somewhere out there. Anyway, what a cool space. We're here because you got a lot going on, had a lot going on, and a lot of it is related to this space, right?
Yeah, do you feel like this is kind of home for you?
I do. I pretty much have been in here for about 2 years recording for the last 2 years and just now finishing up some stuff. So
she has a really sweet, quiet voice, but she's a very strong woman, strong singer. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what we're going to be talking about?
Okay. Well, I actually am from Ringgold, Georgia, just south here of Chattanooga, and started playing guitar and singing when I was around 6 years old, and started writing songs around 13, and it's just been my life, my passion. Just love it. Recorded my first CD when I was 16, and just kept going.
Nashville's home now, right?
Yeah. I moved to Nashville about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And started playing up there at Tootsie's. That was my first job.
It's fun.
Yeah.
That's where you started?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good place to start.
Yeah. I loved it. Had a lot of fun there. And I've traveled around a lot. And with a band, without a band, just wherever. But
yeah, I want to get into that a little bit. You had a pretty good concert with a bunch of Christian artists not too long ago.
yeah,
right?
Winter Jam.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But I want to hear you sing.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about your new single and what you're doing in the world of music and the different genres like we just mentioned. So let's get going and we'll get more into all the
Mitch, we're going to get into
stuff.
some other reasons why we're here too that I'm pretty
Are
excited
we?
about. Yes.
Okay.
Pretty excited about it. We'll get into that later.
There's going to be a big dance party here later,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so this song is actually the single that's coming out, and it's called Love Yourself. You love me tender, you love me so good, you love me better than I thought anyone could. Ain't nothing
you she was strong.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the new single. Will come out August 18th, right?
Right.
And how do people find you?
So
Summer Shyvonne.
Yeah, Summer Shyvonne, Shyvonne. It's going to be on iTunes and everywhere you can find music on August 18th. So, and then we'll be recording a video on it pretty soon, and that'll be out. So I'm
Yeah, there's a
excited
lot.
about
That's like I said. There's a lot happening in the next several days. Video and a documentary, and the song, and then an album sometime shortly around all that too, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Like I said, I've been in here for 2 years, so we've recorded all kinds of stuff, and just excited to get it out there.
And that song, I mean, it's a long road to get something like that to this point and get it out there. And now with all the internet and everything, did you write that song a long time ago, or when did it come to you?
Yeah, actually about a year ago.
Okay.
I wrote it with my good friend and co-producer Craig Driver, and it was one of those songs that I felt like I could not write it. It was like, this song is coming whether you want to write it or not. And so I grabbed the guitar, and that melody started coming to me, and then we started collaborating on lyrics, and it happened pretty fast, and just one of those feel-good songs, you know?
it's interesting. Lesley and I think we've both become interested in the whole songwriting process, doing this every week, because some come like that, some take 10 years.
Right, yeah.
Some take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Take a second person to come in and say, well, put that in there.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, where didn't I think of that?
And then some come from your own life experience, or we've heard from a lot of really young musicians that it came from someone else's experience that they had heard. What is that about? Is it about a bunch of experiences you've been through?
I guess so. I've always heard that a songwriter should never really tell.
I know. I try.
She's trying to get it out of me,
Yeah.
But I think you mentioned, Craig, we were talking before we went on camera, that you guys sort of just kind of hunkered down, you and several other people sort of hunkered down in this space, right? And just kept working at it and playing things off of each other. And
creating, you know, and the cool thing is I actually came down from Nashville to record here, as crazy as that sounds.
Yeah.
I didn't want my stuff to sound like everybody else's stuff. So I wanted to come down here and do something more raw and organic. And Craig had the same idea. And we came to this studio. We got a lot of our good friends that I've known for probably 10 years that I've been playing music with, and they came in. And
that's kind of a luxury, isn't it? To have that time and basically your own space and your own time to let it develop. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
That's another thing that in a lot of the interviews that I've done, it always fascinates me. Some of them that come in, they only have 4 days. They have it all worked out, and you got to lay it down. I think, and then some others is let's just go see what happens. You know?
Yeah, I didn't want to just lay down tracks. I wanted to actually take the time to decide what instruments I wanted in, take some out, bring somebody else in. You know, just create.
Did it feel like at one point you hit a point, one song in, 4 songs, whatever, where you felt a theme? Where you felt like they're all...
Theme?
Yeah. Is there a theme
with my
all
writing?
of them?
No.
Life, fairy.
Well, it could be that. Love, whatever.
Life, love, God.
Dark love, good love, bad love, you know. Break up. I mean,
Yeah, now I want to hear some more, so we'll see.
Okay.
You have to,
Okay, fair enough.
This next song is going to be on the record, and it's called Cowboy Enough. Now, this is one that I wrote about 10 years ago. Okay. And then finished some words like, I don't know, about a year ago. So it's been in the works for a while, but it's called Cowboy Enough. It's a big distraction when he walks into the room. Could be his smile all the way he moves in his jeans and roughed up boots. He don't a rope or ride, but he's a looking fine and woo, honey, please. He's just cowboy enough for me. Well, he's tough but sweet, still can't believe how he broke my heart. Gave me a wink and I couldn't think. I fell right into his arms. He don't wear a hat and I'm a type, he'd surely be my kind. Don't know exactly what he is, just want him to be mine. He works hard, he's got that charm, and he loves the simple things. Now that's a real cowboy to me. Well, he's tough but sweet, still can't believe how he broke my heart. Gave me a wink and I couldn't think, I fell right into his arms. He don't wear a hat and I'm a rider with that, 'cause he gives me what I need. He's just cowboy enough for me. Well, he's tough but sweet, still can't believe how he broke my heart. Gave me a wink and I couldn't think, I fell right into his arms. He don't wear a hat and I'm a rider with that, 'cause he gives me what I need. He's just cowboy enough for me. He's just cowboy enough for me.
That was fun. That was a fun, sweet song, cute song.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I said,
Different.
I started it when I was younger. Found
that-
cowboy that
I know.
I
I
thought
love.
was cute.
It
They
sounds
all
a lot
are,
like
right?
a Dolly Parton hit to me. It's very good.
Well, thank you so
like that a
much.
lot.
Thank you.
Is
I
that-
love the recording on that one. We got an old school piano and a saxophone in there, and it sounds like just an old swing
Yeah.
Yeah.
country
Country
slash.
swing, exactly.
Yeah.
Did it change much over 10 years?
Just a few words.
Just words.
Yeah, the
Musically,
melody
you had
stayed the
it,
same.
yeah.
You know what? Actually, that one I was dreaming. He's just cowboy enough for me, and I woke up and I started singing that line, and then I just got some paper and started writing it, and so that one came in a dream. They
Sometimes
come
it
all
happens.
kinds of ways. It's crazy.
Yeah. So speaking about Dolly, who are some of your other influences?
Dolly definitely is a big influence. I love her. A lady named Eva Cassidy. She actually passed away years ago, and I think they're playing her stuff more now than they were then. But she did a lot of soul, blues, and jazz, and acoustic. She did a beautiful version of "Summer Over the Rainbow."
Oh,
But anyway,
I love that song.
if you don't know who she is, you should Google her. She is so good. Alison Krauss, I loved her. I did a lot of bluegrass growing up, playing the mandolin. So her, I really like Bonnie Raitt, any blues, and some of the older rock bands, AC/DC and Van Halen. And
See, I was just going to say, you're not, I mean, you're living in Nashville, and that song obviously had a Dolly sound, but you're not a country artist you're not really a pigeonholed at anything, are you?
Well, I'm a writer, and so I just
right.
write what I feel, no matter what mood I'm in. If I just feel like writing, I write out that mood. And so, yeah, I don't really have a style.
For example, I've seen some of the stuff you've done singing at church. How did the Winter Jam thing happen? You were, I know you're kind of shy about talking about it, but you're what, the only independent artist that was on the bill or non-signed?
Yeah.
So tell everybody what Winter Jam is for the.
Winter Jam is the Christian, there's like 10 or 12 artists on one bill. They tour for a month or month and a half. That's the new song and Newsboys. And basically all the big Christian artists that are out there get together and do, it's like $10. There's no pre-sale. You get in where you get in. It's one of the biggest shows at the UTC Arena every year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've done all the talking. So I had to tell
Yeah, let's do some more singing. But it was
No, I
it was
want to
an
know
honor
how you
to
got
be
on.
involved
I want
in
to.
that.
I want to know how you got on how that all came
She
about.
paid them off, Barry, for the Christian
Whatever
Music
it was.
Festival. No. You were asked to be part of it, right?
Yeah. I was
It's a big honor.
Yeah. I was actually in New York recording some pop music, and then I got the call that they wanted me on Winter Jam. And so I left there, had to get out of there at like 6 the next morning to be back in Chattanooga and on time and on stage at Winter Jam. But it was a huge blessing. I mean, everybody.
It's fun, whirlwind.
Yeah, everybody involved was just so nice, and the crowd of people that I was with, it was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Enjoyed it.
Good for you.
So is there any Christian or gospel on this particular album, or no? Is that separate?
You know, there kind of is. The way that I write, I wouldn't say...
Or like faith-based?
Yeah, like just positive and just hope-based.
Hope-based.
You know, I like to turn heartache into hope and then write
Don't we all?
Write about the hope instead of harping on the pain.
The pain, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But actually...
Well, I need to hear some of that.
Okay, all right. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do now.
Good. Perfect.
This is one of those songs that I was really going through a really hard time in my life, and I was riding in the car, and I stopped trying to write a song. I just thought, I just want to let my soul speak and let my soul just feel whatever it's feeling and let those lyrics come out, and that's how this one happened, and it's called Where the Truth Lies. This world has treated me right, it's treated me wrong. I've had sweet love in my life, and Lord, I've been alone. Fought with the devil in hell to get to where I am, and all the flames and all the chains didn't keep me down. I'm living like I know I should, better than I thought I could. Every day, saying to myself I can, walking with a steady hand along the way. 'Cause somewhere between this hopeless heart and the hope I feel tonight, is where the truth lies. And I've been searching for answers most all my life, and I'm starting to learn that the truth ain't easy to find. Sometimes the hardest part is letting go, and trusting in that one thing my heart already knows. Living like I know I should, better than I thought I could. Every day I'll say to myself I can, walking with a steady hand along the way. 'Cause somewhere between this hopeless heart and the hope I feel tonight, is where the truth lies. Sometimes the hardest part is letting go, and trusting in that one thing my heart already knows. Now I'm living like I know I should, better than I thought I could. Every day I'm saying to myself I can, walking with a steady hand along the way. 'Cause somewhere between this hopeless heart and the hope I feel tonight, is where the truth lies. Oh, keep hoping, keep praying, believing, love.
No, I need to clap.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I was here like 2 years ago when you were starting to record in there, and I remember that song. So
I
It's a
remember
great
you
song.
being here. Yeah,
That's a
thank
great
you.
and that's
song.
we listen to music all the time, so I feel like that one's definitely like a thing.
I love,
you know,
I
to
loved all
remember
three,
it.
and I love the diversity, the range. Wow.
Yeah, it came back to me like I remembered it. So
Yeah, well, thank you.
so you know,
Thank you.
you
So-
need to release it right now.
Yeah.
How many songs on the album?
Wow. I'm still.
We're working that out.
Yeah, 10 or 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them that much range, huh? Obviously, because all three will be on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all very different.
Very, very different.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so the single comes out the 18th,
August 18th.
and then the record, the CD, shortly, sometime soon.
Probably,
So keep an
yeah,
eye out
yeah.
for it. And then, like we said, working on a documentary and any live shows coming up. People can see you. They need to go to Nashville.
They need to keep watching, keep listening.
Yeah. They need to keep
we'll
listening.
link you
I
too.
do have some stuff coming up that we'll talk about, you know, on the documentary and
Cool.
stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be talking a little bit more about all of that going on in a bit too. So, okay,
So,
are we gonna hear some more music, or what are we
I
gonna
think
do?
that was it, right? Three.
That's all the songs I know.
So we're gonna talk about the whole concept of what you're doing, an independent artist, and what we're doing to facilitate that as much as we can locally, and then it goes nationally. And who knows? You've played all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people are interested in how that process works. So we're gonna get into
Absolutely.
that too.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool place, Breaker 17.
Fordo. Yeah, this was different. This was fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, joining us right now is Craig Driver, Summer's friend, producer, partner in all this jazz, or all this soul, or all this faith-based music. She does it all. Let's talk about the process, because people are always asking us how this happens, especially for somebody who's independent, chosen to come here and record, you know, in Fordo versus Nashville, and let's get into that whole train.
Absolutely. Summer and I got together and started collaborating, just writing originally, and then from that it just kind of evolved what was going on in Nashville and the struggles that artists face every day for their dreams, which you guys, we want to commend. That's one reason we're here, for what you do for artists locally in Chattanooga, because it's so tough, not just for the artists, but for the engineers, for the producers, for you know, the business side. It's just not what everybody thinks. And so we're really Summer has been amazing to open up her part and her knowledge from being in Nashville for so long, and her experiences, and then from some of the business side with me, and musically it was just kind of a great harmony. And then she came down, you know, to this area close to her home, and was blessed enough to come in the studio. When Joel let us come in, actually it's like our home, really. The studio's so neat, and they need to be commended for saving the studio. I mean, it was built as a studio originally for years, and it kind of got lost, and they came in and brought it back. It's got the floating floors in it, which gives that bass and that tone. And AB's been cool, such a joy to work with. It's like family. He is it's so cool, and she won't talk about all the amazing things. It's just really some things that's happened that's just above us. But one of them is she opened up for Lone Star in Nashville, and AB had never even been to a country concert, and so he came in, did percussion with some other artists, and it was his first country concert he'd ever been to, and he did percussion, and they did great. It was sold out and got a standing ovation. And
We're looking at him through the glass. Tell everybody who AB is.
AB, I'm sorry. Thanks.
Yeah.
I need help here. She's great with this.
I do that.
Is the engineer that has worked with us on this project for the last.
So there's lots of players on these teams.
Yeah.
You know, to get one person's voice out, it's a team
And that's part of why we wanted to come down here. We normally do it at the library, at the studio
Chattanooga
in the
Public
Library. And,
educational recording studio.
Craig and I, and Lesley, we got to talking. I said, yeah, I'd love to highlight another studio and more people that are doing this kind of stuff. So we've done this almost 2 years. And it's amazed even me, and it's what I've done for 30 years, the number of talented people, the quality of stuff that's going on in town, the variety. I mean, we
and with the evolution of the industry, like how you get yourself heard or who you want to hear you now, there's so many different outlets.
Yeah.
So what is the approach with this single and this album? Get it out
we're going to the grassroots. I mean, part of what we're doing here actually is, whether you guys know it or not, I think you do, you're going to be part of the documentary that's coming out, which will explain a lot of the things that's happened that we won't get into now that's been crazy. We're kind of aligned with people that are in the mainstream with the labels, but not, you know, and they're helping us. And it's just... higher than us. I mean, we've befriended people and just connected with other artists, producers, people in the industry, not on a musical connection. Like, we just connected, like in restaurants. Nobody knew who the other ones were. And then we're like, what? You're what? And we were just, you know, and it's just been really cool to watch it happen. And so what's happening with us, we hope can help others. You know, we hope what you guys are doing and what we're doing here, that we can share that and move and open some doors. But we're gonna be iTunes and doing some of the mainstream things, and then and we're hitting some venues that we'll be talking about in the documentary that we should not be doing from where we're at as, you know, independent artists, just like what happened with Winter Jam. And so
well, cool. We're definitely gonna keep up with everything you're doing, and let you guys know when the documentary is able to view, and it's an exciting time for you. Yeah, are you excited?
I'm super excited. Yeah.
She's so sweet. Like, are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Just look at it.
Yeah.
No, it's very cool. It's neat. It's neat to discover all these different things that are happening. Yeah. And thanks for having us down.
Thank you.
Thank you both so much, and thank you.
Awesome.
And everybody here and everybody that's been involved. It takes an army. It does. And
I wish we could get a picture of AB. He is
AB, come on in, man.
Yeah.
Come on in.
He loves his job. That's good. And
he's sitting in a corner. He's not even at the board.
It's like me at work. Yeah. And it's such a rich place. It's so beautiful. If you guys could see all the instruments and the flooring.
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
There's AB.
It's one of the team, the Army. One of the soldiers, right?
I was going to put this
right
here.
And here he is.
This is the man.
Tell us about the studio.
Yeah. Has this been a wild ride?
Yeah. So we actually opened up in 2013. Now, this building has been here since the 80s. As has already been said, it was purpose-built as a studio. So we, when we first came in here, it was like the design was there, the how everything should be set up was there, but it was kind of a mess. So came in, cleaned it out, made it modern, made it 21st century and everything. And and since I've been here for about 3 years. I've known Summer for, let me see, I'm 28 now. So I've known Summer for 14 years almost. We actually started in my parents' office. I had a little janky project studio there, and we had a good friend of ours. His name is Richie Dupree. He would come in and play some stuff on his piano, and she would come and sing, and that's kind of where me and her met. And when I first started working here, and they became clients of mine, it was like, yo, where you been? I've been good. How you been? So on and so forth. And so it was a really, really great reunion. But the studio, everything that I do definitely been a wild ride, and these two have by far been one of the best parts of it.
Oh,
Thanks, man.
it's a great story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great story.
Who knew, right?
Yeah,
You never know.
lots of history, lots of love in this place. Here, we'll definitely have to show you around too. We'll get some video. Yeah. Well,
Thanks again.
Yeah, we could hang out here.
thank you.
We'll come back if we're invited. Yeah, you guys,
Absolutely.
it's a
Thank
good
you,
place
guys.
to be. Okay. Thank you, Summer Shyvonne.